Listen, Tony just got here. He has no weed. We gotta go to Apothecary. Let's load him up, get his lungs ready. You just landed, right?
I just landed. It's time to go to my favorite dispensary.
Yeah, I wish we had budget to fly in guests, but shout out to Tony for flying in to be a guest. Let's go. You said your favorite dispensary?
Yeah, dog.
Which one is that?
Apothecary is my favorite.
Let's go!
Let's get it.
Home away from home, like you said.
Yeah.
What?
I'm an easy guy, dude. I want the crown right now.
Oh, you already know?
Yeah,
How
I
you
already
make
know
my
what
job
I want. I already know what I want.
You want one of each?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
The crown, the Disney, and the director?
In fact, I want one of each, yes.
Okay.
I would like one of each of those. There's other crown stuff over here.
We got the crowns.
What am I missing out on?
There's a whole bunch. I mean, you got the top three, you know what I'm saying? I like sativas. I mean, snowcap is super interesting.
I love snowcap, dog. That's an old favorite of mine. It's a clone only. Like, not a lot of people look at it. Yeah, 100% we're going with that.
So we got one each.
Which one should I grab? Which one's the good one? Yeah, that's what I was going for. 100%. Perfect. Always tip your bud tender.
Oh, this one's good, dude.
That's what I heard.
They're saying this is super potent, and they're delicious, so they're very dangerous.
Excellent. Look at those pre-rolls right there. That's my brand right there. I should have bought my own thing. Jeez.
They threw in the tray and an ashtray and a rolling tray. You got the St. Ides, and you got the Crown lineup of OGs. Wow, and of course my favorite sativa too, the Blitz. Yeah, dude. I'm so excited right now. You know who it is. It's the highest host, Adam Hill, chilling out right here at the Crown OG Studios, baby. I'm going to have a great show today, dude. I'm super excited. Shout out to everyone watching live right now on Twitch. If you're watching, I appreciate you. You know who's on the show. If you're listening right now, wherever podcasts are, I appreciate you. Google, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, wherever, dude, you listen to podcasts, we're there. Thank you, guys. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you, because we over here everywhere. And if you're watching this, you know who's next to me. If you're not watching and just listening to it, of course, that's Ken Tron on the keys, tickling them ebonies and ivories. It's so great to have him, dude. What a fucking talented man right there. Hope all is well with you, Ken. How you feeling?
I feel good. Like sugar spice.
We had a little pre-show sesh, dude. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this, every day we do the show, we do a live stream beforehand. We record them on Tuesdays usually, so Tuesday evenings we're live on Twitch watching this, and Ken Tron goes in. But enough about Ken Tron and myself, because we're here every week. We got a special guest in the building who flew in all the way from the other coast, dude. We're on the West Coast. He came from the East Coast. You might have seen your favorite celebrity smoke one of his joints. He is the world's best joint roller, most creative joint roller. He has TV shows where he stars in joint rolling and actually smokes with many celebrities and rolls joints for celebrities. He's been around for fucking since I started. I remember you've been around for like most of the cannabis cups I've been to. I smoked lots of your joints, and you usually do joints. You do blunts too. I remember he rolled me a custom backwood revolver blunt that was woven, and he also rolled me a woven blunt that said what in it, which was epic. Do you remember that?
Of course I remember that.
And he also rolled me this Frankenstein blunt when I had him on my show in like 2017, and I kept it in my humidor because it's so hard to smoke your art pieces. And you know, you've seen them all around the world. You've seen them in Rolling Stone. You've seen them on Vice. You've seen them on every major platform where they talk about cannabis. Talk about the one and only dude, the legend roller himself, Mr. Tony Greenhand, dude.
Thank you for that really intricate introduction. I appreciate you very much. Dude, shout out to your keyboards. Just absolutely laying down like a fat rhythm right now. Just killing it. Like with a saucy intro too.
Like that?
Yeah, loved it.
Ken
The
Tron,
followers are just passed, you know what I'm saying? For the followers.
yeah, Ken Tron is amazing at what he does, and that's why ever since I met him the first day, and I knew what he does, and I learned his talent, I was like, you need to be a part of my show. Whatever I do, whatever production, if I can fit you in, I'm getting you in there. And he's been a part of my podcast since I think 2009 or 10.
Something like that.
And I've had him on a couple of my other shows that I've produced and been a part of and hosted when I need music. But he's great, and I'm glad you enjoy him because you do a lot of production. You do a lot of things on set. You are like a professional at this shit.
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff, bud.
Like, you've been featured in a lot of magazines for your rolling skills, but not only that, you've had like a major like deal with a platform where you were like smoking with like A-list celebrities.
Roku?
It's Roku, right? Was that
Yeah,
that?
now. It used to be Quibi before they had the COVID thing happen to them. Rip Quibi. But Roku picked me up. Thank you, Roku. And maybe season 2 coming soon. I'm in talks with the season 2. Yeah, I mean, life's tough. But, you know, it's harder if you're not smoking. So
Who's been like an oh shit moment for you? Like, where you're like, damn, am I really smoking with this person right now?
I have a lot of those, to be fair.
What's like the first thing that comes to your head right now?
I went to Tommy Chong's house.
His house.
His house.
It wasn't like at a weed event or at a convention. It was like yo, pull up to my crib.
It was his crib, and it was raining. It was raining really hard. And Tommy Chong's got a leaky roof. But he's a very humble man. He's not expecting rain in L.A.
Right.
And so he had pans all over his house collecting that shit. One on his baby grand. One next to all of his paintings. Sorry for blowing you up, Tommy. Best energy in the building, though. That man, I wish he was my grandpa.
Look, he is a legend. We were just talking about him the other day, how he's like, what, he's like 80 now?
Bro,
80?
he doesn't seem it.
How he's like older than most of us. He's been around forever doing this whole, you know, cannabis thing, and you know, went to jail for it, and he's still making shit happen.
Yeah.
Hey Siri, how old is Tommy Chong?
Tommy Chong is 85 years old.
85, dude.
Wow. I would have never guessed.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, so he's still out here making it happen, and he's been doing it forever, dude.
Hey, Siri, how old is Tommy Chong's wife?
Shelby Chong is 75 years old.
No way. Whoa.
10 years younger, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I thought, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Shout out to both of them. Both of them are really humble. Shout out to the whole family. Great people, great energy.
What, like, how did you get into rolling? I know you come from your parents are creative. Wasn't your mom like an arts and crafts teacher?
My mom was an art docent for my school. Yes. So she'd come in and teach art to all the kids when we were like, you know, first grade, second grade, you know, etc. But she wasn't an art teacher. She was like a house mom. So
she was always creative, always like showed you artistic shit, and you were just like learning at a young age, and then you had a passion for cannabis and like, I'm gonna make crazy joints.
Yeah, no, I grew weed, and when you grow weed and you have a lot of weed and you like rolling, you know, things just add up real quick. And I had an artistic background, so I tried to roll like all those books. You know the books. Yeah, the books where, you know, like they got a cross joint or a windmill or a tulip, or, you know, it's just not that crazy, but it's crazy enough to try, right? And I rolled all those, and I just wanted to try something different. So I tried a rocket ship, and my buddies loved it. And
You're like, fuck a cross, fuck a double wide, fuck the invert.
fuck a flying carpet,
Yeah.
you know, like
Fuck
like
a tulip.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I shout out to the tulip, like one of the best creative joints, the OG creative joints. Honestly, a tulip will fuck you up. Like, Google it and roll it; it's good for you. But yeah, no, I just started doing other things. I figured, why wouldn't I try other things? I used to roll with clay, like do different things with clay, make, you know, little sculptures and whatnot. And so I figured, why couldn't I do that with joints? Obviously, it's not.
I mean, how do you sculpt a joint though? What do you mean? Why can't I do it? Because a joint, you just put in a piece of paper and roll it. What are you gonna sculpt?
Yeah, but it's like good weed, you know, good weed.
It's sticky. It takes shape. Yes.
It takes shape.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
so if I was rolling with some Bobby Brown, it wouldn't.
Right.
It wouldn't
Some
pan
dry
out.
shake shit. It wouldn't really.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't
Okay.
pan out. So you have to roll with like that nice sticky, and then when you have a shape, you can do a bunch of things to it. You can add shapes together. You can cut into the shape and replace what you took away. You can do a ton of different things. So I just started experimenting, figuring out how to do all these different shapes and make them actually smoke. Because that's a big problem too. Like when you roll up a crazy shape, like let's say I do a brontosaurus, it might not smoke right.
Right.
Yeah, because
you got the long neck, you got the head, you got the legs, the tail.
Exactly. So I started like skewering them, just like Canagars, and the rest is history.
I mean, you got Rolling Stones for fucking rolling and getting stoned. Like,
Yeah.
how many fucking regular ass? Because you're just a regular ass dude. You grew up in where you're from, like the countryside of Washington.
Yeah. I'm from the
Listen,
country
I know
Washington.
Tony. He's a great friend. I've known him for many, many years. You know, you've been on a couple of my shows before. Thank you. It's good to have you back. You know, we got to go shopping and get some weed this time too at Apothecary. Shout out to Apothecary. We'll get into your bag. But I know you're like from like middle of nothing, Washington.
Yes.
Like, and you're fucking getting featured in Rolling Stones for rolling your joints.
Yeah.
Like, like what was little Tony thinking? Like when you were growing up, what was your dream to be? Were you gonna be like? Were you always into growing?
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I had 3 dreams when I was a kid.
Police officer.
No, it was zookeeper,
Okay.
lawyer,
Oh, okay.
or drug dealer. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. I saw people in movies do that, like, you know, like they're like wearing their fancy robes, walking through their Japanese gardens or whatever, and just seemed pretty chill. They didn't really have a lot of worry and stress. So I was like, that seems pretty nice. But I wasn't like, you know, motivated for that last one. I would rather, I love animals. So,
Yeah.
you know, but that's,
But then picking up all that shit, you're like, I don't know if I want to do that.
yeah, and it doesn't pay well.
It
You know what I
doesn't.
mean? You can actually just go see somebody with an animal. Pro
Right.
tip. You don't have to have that animal, right? Like if you want to own a monkey, find a friend who owns
Right.
a monkey. It's just as good.
It's crazy. Important jobs don't really pay you a lot. Like being a teacher, like those are the worst paid, and that's like the most important job someone can have. That's like
that's a fact.
educating people. Education is a major key to succeed in life, and they get the worst pay, dude.
Yeah, they get the worst pay, no respect. Shout out
Yeah.
to every teacher out there who
Sad.
taught us things that we don't remember. I'm sorry. Sorry.
So you wanted to be either a lawyer, a zookeeper, or a drug dealer because you know you were watching movies and you're like, dang, that's the way. And
Seemed like a good job.
what did you end up, and how did you get into professional joint rolling? Because that wasn't in your whole
No,
fucking.
well, I
dream.
started growing weed, obviously.
How old were you when you first started growing?
18.
18?
Yeah.
And you started growing seed or clone?
I was growing clones at the time.
Okay. And you were doing Washington flavors, so you're doing like shishka berries and like.
I was doing God's Gift, Blue Magoo, Super
Purple,
Silver
yeah.
Haze. I was doing Afghan Kush, Shiva Skunk, my old orange cut. That was, you know, it just was orange. Back in the day, we didn't have to throw Kush berry on the end. It was just orange, okay? But times have changed.
Yeah, it's well, because I know now you are doing like a seed line. You have your own genetics and shit.
Yes, yeah, I've been breeding for 15 years, so I've had like my own genetics. I used to white label for Red Eye Genetics. I used to white label for Canaventure, a bunch of people.
What do you mean you used to white label? So you used to produce the seeds, and then they would buy the seeds off of you and put their branding on it and say it was theirs.
Yes.
But it's really yours.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just didn't want to run that company. Honestly, I didn't know how. Right? But over time, I learned how to do it myself, and I said, fuck it, it's easy. Always work for yourself if you can. Don't don't ride the coattails of somebody else or just do it because it's easy. If it's hard, it's probably worth it. So it was worth it.
Yeah, bigger risk, bigger reward.
Yes.
I think that's a saying or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's with gambling. Like, if you gamble a penny, you're not going to win as much as if you would gamble $100. What?
It's never a gamble in yourself, bud. You believe in you, that's all you need.
Do you remember your first, I mean, you've said, like, the crosses and the tulips and all that. What was your first, like, original role that you did that, like, set you where, like, people recognized?
The first thing, honestly, it was like a series of them, but the first one that really got attention online was a Sherlock pipe joint. I rolled a Sherlock pipe for my buddy Darren, and I took a photo of it and I put it on this forum called Northwest Green Thumb. I had 7 likes. And so I was like, I feel good about this. And my buddy Mike hit me up and he was like, you know where you should post this? Reddit. People would love it on Reddit. And I had been rolling a bunch of other stuff. I'd been rolling like unicorn heads and like, alligators. And
You were
other
just
stuff.
rolling this for fun, not really posting
For
them?
my friends. Like, when you're a grower, you know other growers. And they don't necessarily know how to roll. So I was just rolling up stuff
And
for
they were
them.
just
They'd ask
bringing
me,
you just like bags, like here.
because I'd smoke with them. I'd bring them an alligator, and they'd be like, "Oh man, I need one of these," and I'd be like, "Oh sure," and they'd be like, "Can you make a crow?"
And they'd be like, here's 2 ounces.
Yeah, exactly. And I just split it up. I just be like, "Yeah, give me what you want to roll, and then just give me the same amount, and now I'll just take that as my pay."
As my payment.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that Sherlock pipe joint.
Because your weed is going to weed, or your money's going to weed anyway, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm growing weed, and obviously there's a means to an end there. So.
Right.
Yeah. So, So I rolled that for Darren, and I posted it on Reddit, and I blew up in a day. I had everybody hit me up, like people trying to buy them for the first
On
time in my
Reddit?
life on Reddit.
So that's the spot, huh?
It went to the front page of Reddit. You could get lost in the sea of random shit
Yeah,
posts.
Reddit
but,
is tough.
Yeah, thankfully people enjoyed them enough for me to go to the front page, get recognition, and in like a week of me posting, because I had a bunch of posts, photos of stuff that I'd done, and they were like, "You should get an Instagram." And I was like,
What's that?
Yeah. That was like, what's that? And but I was like, you know what? I'll do it. Why not? I'm already here on Reddit. So I got an Instagram, and Instagram was one of the funniest places I ever went. People on there claiming to have rolled my joints for the last
Oh,
few
they've been
weeks.
claiming, so they got your pictures off of Reddit, and then they would post it on their sites, and then watermark it like it was their rolls.
Yep, and
Wow.
they wouldn't watermark it. They would just be like, rolling this smoke with the homies, and I'd be like, that's funny, because I got all these other pictures you don't have of your same roll. Like, how did I get these? Like, and they'd be like, oh, never see them again. But then it also spurred people to find out about it for the first time. Good rollers, great rollers, found out that they could do this and started doing it.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the great rollers who came out of
So
the
you were
woodwork.
like inspiring people to get more creative and go more edgy with their rolls.
Yeah. And honestly, like,
Showing them the possibilities.
Yeah, all the possibilities. And they came up with a bunch of cool stuff that I didn't even think of. Woven blunts. Shout out to QJRFM, the creator of the Woven Blunt. He's a Canadian. Not very known, because, Canadians, they're out there in the woods, just like I was. But, I'm bringing it back. QJRFM, if you're still around. Thank you.
Yeah, because I remember the woven blunt phase that was happening in like the 12s and 13s and 14s. And you came when I was on the set, and you brought me a woven blunt that said what in it. And I don't know how you did it, like different color leaves or some shit. I was like, this fool is a fucking beast with this shit.
Yeah, that was woven with backwoods. And honestly, those take forever. Like the micro woven
The
blunts.
little mini slices.
Yeah, the little slices in its leaf, So,
What did you roll up?
the snowcap.
Oh, how is it?
It's not very good. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like pumpernickel. But I'm gonna smoke it because I'm not stingy. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
also, weed's got different flavors. Don't be that candy gas guy, please.
Let me see the package. Where's the package at?
Oh, here.
What's the date? Did we check it? What's the date?
My eyes aren't very good.
Package date. Oh, okay. It was packaged in 2022.
All right.
So, I mean, that might.
I'm not a hater.
No, that might be it. I'm just saying.
Sure.
That's a good one though. How's
Hey,
the
man,
leaf?
That's aged. Oh, the leaf is fantastic.
Yeah. Brothers.
If you don't know about Brothers Broadleaf, backwoods is not good, and these are good. So, just,
There you go.
I'll smoke a backwoods if I have to. But
From the best roller in the world, dude.
they come with 2 on each one.
Or
So-
I mean, you can do multiple ones.
Yep.
You know what? It just occurred to me. You said you wanted to be a zookeeper growing up, and I've got to hang out with you, you know, just randomly in life, and you are kind of one with the animals. You, like, you'll catch like pigeons and like lizard. Like you'll just be chill. We'll be walking in like Venice Beach, and you just like catch a random pigeon, which I don't even understand. Those birds are dirty, but
Bro, I was in New York.
are pigeons real?
Yeah, pigeons are real. I caught a groundhog in New York.
What the
On my
what do you
last
mean?
trip.
How?
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
No, I'd never seen one before. My boy was like, "Is that groundhog?" And I just went for it. I was like, "Oh, I gotta catch this thing!" And I ran into its hole. I just grabbed it out of it. I was like, "Oh!"
Wait, you put your hand in the groundhog hole?
Of course I did. What?
And pulled it out?
Yeah. What's it gonna do?
Bite
me?
you or
Yeah, but
scratch
like, it's
you
a
or-
groundhog. What do those things even eat?
I don't know.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Worms?
Probably.
Grass?
It's probably not a carnivore. It's a groundhog.
I don't know what the fuck.
Whatever. I grabbed it and it was squirrely enough to like, relieve, itself of my grip and stuff.
Wait,
So
it
that-
shit and piss on you?
No, it just was like.
Oh, it just shocked. And it
Yeah,
just didn't
yeah,
know.
yeah, it didn't-
It got touched by. It's like, what the fuck's
Yeah, but I
happening
could
to
tell.
me?
I could tell when I grabbed it that it could probably spin around and like get at me. So I was just like, okay, I'll let you go, and it just like ran off all pudgy, like. I don't know why those things even exist. Like that's like the dodo bird of rodents. So
Why do you like? How do you get this? Like, is it just living in the country, just having animals? What's like the weirdest thing you like caught in the wild and like pet or?
I don't even know.
Because catching a wild pigeon in Venice is just weird to me. Growing up in SoCal and
I caught a baby deer 2 years ago.
What do you mean?
Like
You like grabbed it?
Yeah. But when I put my arms around it, it made the worst sound because it was scared for its life, and so I was like, oh, okay, shit. Maybe I
screamed like
messed up. Yeah, no, but it made like the worst sound you would never hear from a baby deer. Like you just wouldn't hear this coming, like a banshee shriek. And so I just was like, oh, okay, all right, definitely does not like that, But yeah, it was obviously just afraid. But
Yeah, it probably never got grabbed by a human before.
super soft baby deers.
Oh yeah.
Very soft, like a fancy dog. Like a short hair. Yeah.
That's crazy. Do you remember what because I know you've rolled big blunts, big joints. You do mostly papers. I know you did like a watermelon 4-pound joint. What's like? Because I've seen a bunch of things. You've done guns, you've done animals, you've done Pokemon characters, you've done cartoon characters, Rick and Morty. Like you've done peacocks, you've done like everything imaginable. What was like the biggest challenge? Have you been approached like someone where you just was gonna give up? You're like, fuck this shit.
I mean, the biggest challenge was that Statue of Liberty that I rolled, and I didn't get to smoke it because we had to finish it at Chalice, and it was over 60 pounds.
60 pounds?
Yeah, and I had the head and everything in my truck, bro. And our truck broke down on the Cali border. And we had to get AAA'd back. And let me tell you, when you got fucking a 60-pound joint half assembled in your back, fucking underneath like the cover in a truck, and AAA pulls up, you're worried. You're a worried man. But lucky for us, they smoked weed and they were very cool. So
AAA was.
Yeah.
What, because it smelled like weed?
Yeah. Oh, 60 pounds
rolled exposed.
open air.
Yeah.
It smells like weed.
Yeah, a lot of weed.
So, and all of our windows were rolled down because our car died at the truck stop, and we could not, do anything about that. So
could you tell it was weed, even though it was like in Statue of Liberty, like
you could
sections?
smell us from probably like a half mile away with that. It wasn't bad weed, I told you. It's
No,
gotta
you
be
need sticky weed to like shape it.
Yeah.
Is that people's biggest problem? You think trying to roll fancy shit is they
Yes.
use horrible weed? And
Yes, that's the first step. The second step is the glue. If you're using glue strips, it's hard. And if you're using just like glue and you know like the powder glue works, if it's wet and it has water in it, it's hard. Water and paper don't mix. You gotta let it dry. So, I use Burma coal rolling glue. It's what is in like a cigar, like a Cuban cigar, okay? And it's just potato starch. And you can mix it with water to be like a gel. So it has like no water in it. And so that's like half of the equation. And then the other half is Well, I guess that's a third of the equation, and then like skill comes into play, obviously. You know, if you've been doing it, and then sticky weed. So you got those things, the trifecta. If you only got 2, practice, you'll get it.
How do you? Is the colored stuff? Is that like colored dye, or do you get colored papers?
So colored papers are made with colored dye.
Okay.
Just, you know.
So do you make your own colored papers?
Sometimes. If I have to color match a color, I'll use vegetable ink. So for a long time, I'd say.
What you say color match? Like, let's say you're making Pikachu and they don't have like yellow papers. You make your own yellow papers?
Yes, using different
You're
vegetable
fucking
inks.
insane, dude. So how did you wait? Okay, hold on one second. This motherfucker's making his own colored rolling papers for his fucking blunt art, dude. Who the fuck are you, dude? Are you human?
Yeah, well, like, why would I just stick with the wrong color yellow? It looks wrong. You know what I mean? I gotta put like a filter on that shit.
Okay, so
Like,
so
not
how,
like a
what's the?
smoke.
Do you talk about the process? How you color paper?
I don't normally, but I'm on your show, dog. Secret's out.
It's
So
just food.
I use a. Well, it's.
I mean, I'm sure it's a
vegetable-
formula.
It's vegetable ink.
Uh-huh.
You don't want to use just any old food coloring. Like McCormick's Red is full of Red 40. So
What's Red 40?
It's causes cancer. Look up that new Burger King burger.
I heard any red food coloring that we use is actually like crushed up insects. It's like this like special red insect that they crush up and they use their color to make the ink. I saw it, dude. I saw it on the YouTube.
I mean,
It's real.
If the non-vegetable inks are that, I'm glad I'm using vegetables because I'm pretty sure my red is made from like a berry and beets or something.
Beets?
It's very difficult to find a red that is a dark red without it being artificial, though. So keep that in mind when you're smoking.
So
like
most
red
of
in
your
the wild.
colored is none of your colored papers are artificial. It's all natural ingredients.
Yes.
And how are those? And they're all good for combusting, like when you're burning them.
Yes. So like that's another thing. Not everything's smokable.
Yeah, I always wonder about certain things that people smoke, and like there's a lot of flavored weed out there, and there's flavored papers, right? And I don't know what they're using for those flavors, but I always wonder like when those things combust and now you're inhaling that, is that causing any type of, is there any different chemical formation, anything that happens that causes neurotoxins or anything because now you're combusting some liquids and inhaling that shit?
That's true. You would have to check in with the vape industry about that because most of those flavors come from the tobacco industry.
Vape industry, the color, the flavored papers, the flavored carts and flavored pre-rolls and infused shit. And
Do you remember those carts that taste like cereal? Do you remember that weird phase that we had? Like, there's like the Captain Crunch one and the Cinnamon Toast Crunch one, and like,
yeah.
it's crazy. Those could not have been good for you.
Do you remember the tin cans when they were making like the little tuna can when the weed was
Yes.
out? And they were like smelling like marshmallows and it was like all those puffed flavors. Do you remember that
No,
shit?
I missed that wave. I missed that.
Yeah, the sprayed terps is just very interesting to me, and I just don't know how safe these things are to consume.
Well, some things are poisonous when combusted. Yeah, and some things aren't. Like, you can probably bet that the things that are in the vape industry aren't. They had to go through like rigorous testing on rats and people from Georgia to like figure it out. So no offense to Georgia, I'm pretty sure that's where they do it though. So that wasn't that
is
yet.
it Georgia where the was that the CDC? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the FDA.
The
I'm pretty sure
the
it's over there.
chemical, whatever it's called. I think that's in Georgia, right? Yeah, so that's probably why they tested it there.
Exactly. So they're just testing it out, checking it out before it gets to the public, you know? So you could kind of rest assured if it's gotten that far, it's probably okay. I wouldn't trust some like random black market Silk Road scenario where they got some like special flavored thing that's, you know,
Right.
not regulated, but
Did you answer the question? What was the hardest thing you rolled? I know we went on a tangent on colored papers.
blunt gun that shoots joint bullets.
Hold on. You rolled a gun out of blunts. What kind of gun was it?
This was just a pistol, but
Okay.
I have a design for a fully automatic.
And then you
AK.
put joints in there as bullets?
Correct.
And how does it shoot? Like
That was just from air, so I just.
Oh, so you blew it. It was like a
you
blowgun.
just blow it.
And that
But,
helps with the airflow too. That's why you had the.
well, yeah, no, like a plumber's joint, for instance, would have like a section of the joint that has a passageway through it that you could see. And so it's just a combo of like that and a gun joint so that you could have those compartments. But I've made the design even harder, and I'm gonna execute it soon. I just need to find the right person to smoke it with. Cause I'm
here.
Yeah, you know, I want it to be like, it's got like you can come. I'm saying like I want it to be like a party. It's got like
Let's make it happen.
It's like gotta have like a full clip of joints. You know, like we can't. I mean, we could, but
I'll throw an event for it. We have events.
yeah, right. I know we do, bro. In 2 days. Oh, I don't want to. Never mind. I don't want to ruin the surprise. I've also rolled a Ferris wheel, a working Ferris wheel. That was probably another really hard one because it
Like it spun?
Yeah, it spun while you smoked it.
So like when you would like inhale, it would make the thing spin.
Yeah.
Did the whole thing burn, or it was just like a section?
Yeah. No, the whole thing burned except for the
with
pivot points. You know.
Okay. Was the wheel smoking too?
Yeah.
So when you would inhale, the wheel would be spinning. Isn't that
baskets.
dangerous?
Yeah, it was very dangerous. I almost set my table on fire like 4 times.
Yeah. See, I'm a real smoker, and I'm thinking the actual logistics of it. And you're saying the joint spins, and when you light it, and that's part of the joint, because I know your whole art piece is functional, so it's spinning. So like now I'm thinking of cherries just fucking spinning in the air while you're fucking taking big ass hits.
It was crazy, but honestly, if somebody hits me up with a crazy request and it pans out that I could do it, I'm inclined to do it. So I was just one of those right places, right time scenarios where I could roll a Ferris wheel and pull it off.
And you did that damn thing. Let's go, dude. Let's go. You've been to a lot of cannabis events.
Yes, sir.
You smoked a lot. You have any ones that stand out?
Bro, I missed the Olympics.
You did.
I can't believe I missed that.
It was this past weekend.
Yeah, no, it looked insanely good. I'm going to the next one for sure.
It's pretty epic. I was very fortunate enough and honored to be the host of the Olympics.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to Adam.
The best of the best was in there. They had all the hype brands and all the good brands, and there's a lot going on, dude.
Everyone was there for sure.
It was.
Favorite event? I think it was 2014 Denver High Times.
Mm-hmm.
That was just like the OG, like perfect like storm of just everything. Everyone was there. All like so many different things happened. Were you there for that rainstorm in the middle of it?
The windstorm?
Yeah. It just started dumping.
Yeah, I was hosting the Vader stage, the Vader Village, and that's Crown was in there, and we had Cali Connection in there, and like
so many people there, dude.
There was a lot of SoCal brands that were in there, and we had Ray Schremer to come that weekend, and there was a Shatter Gun, and I think you had like a hamburger joint on that one.
Yeah.
Or like a cheeseburger or something.
I had a cheeseburger on a bong, and I don't know why I did that. I can't remember who asked for that. And then I had a Crown for Crown, and I did a Johnny Chimpo, which, dude, like somebody reached out to me like 6 months ago, and they still have that Johnny Chimpo, and I was wondering what happened to like, cause like sometimes when I'm rolling stuff at events, like I'll just roll it, pass it off to whoever, like I'll give them away. If I have like a bunch of them, you know, I want to try to make someone's day. I just don't even know what happens to someone because I'll leave before they get smoked. Like I rolled a sword and some other stuff for Crown, and like I don't know what happened to those.
I think we smoked some of those on stage.
Yeah. So yeah, but it's always crazy to see, and I'm not sitting there trying to film everything I do. Just to be, you know.
No, I feel you. It's like regular for us. So it's like, you know, the content, we get it. It can always be made, but it's like, it's just regular. Like you said, you grow weed. You're always around weed. You just roll this shit for fun. It's turned into just like a business. You get paid. I saw an article where you get paid $175 an hour to roll a joint or some shit.
I mean, that's, I guess.
I'm just looking at the clickbait. You know, I always look at, when I have guests come on, I always like just Google their name and see what the fuck comes up. And then I like YouTube their name and see what the fuck comes up. And, you know, there's people say some crazy ass things about folks. And it's always interesting to hear what people's perspective.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, I'm being in the space for as long as I have. I'm very fortunate enough to meet a lot of these, you know, influential people, the pioneers in here. And you being one of the first, you know, mainstream joint rollers is, and being a friend is just crazy to see. And all the success that you're having right now is amazing. With you got your own seed company, right? Mm-hmm. Making seeds. I know you traveling all over the country right now. I know you were doing like didn't you travel? Didn't they have you traveling to do another show? You were doing a bunch of shows at one time. I remember, bro. You were in a movie? Motherfucker was in a movie with Joaquin Phoenix, right? Like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, let me tell you about that.
Yeah, tell me about that.
First of all, can you help me with this? I don't understand.
It's medical. This is
No,
what else
I
you
get
got
it.
at Apothecary, huh?
I just don't,
What did you get? Can you show me everything you got real quick?
Yeah, dude. Look.
Oh, you got the whole Crown lineup. You got the
Of course
Crown.
I did.
The Crown OG, the Dizzy
Of course
OG.
I did. I got the Crown OG, I got the Dizzy OG, I got the Director's Cut. Oh, I got this Blitz Snow Cap, which I just smoked. And then they were kind enough to give me a nice rolling tray, even though I had one. And always need an ashtray. But I also got this delicious drink. Oh, it slides?
Yeah, it's a
It slides
slider.
on the
It's a
floor.
pop-up and then a slider.
Look, you can
Yeah,
still-
those the St. Ides are very popular and very potent. So I'm ready to see you get it, dude.
No, I wanted this one.
Now I see you got a bev, dude. Let me ask you a question because that's what I'm doing here. If you could have dinner with 3 people, dead or alive, who would they be?
I think I would choose Alexander the Great.
Okay.
I would choose George Washington. And I would choose the guy who wrote Ren and Stimpy. But only because I want to see what he adds to the conversation. You know what I mean? Like, I got 2 really, like, important guys, and then that, that guy, I'm gonna imagine completely off to the left,
Alexander the Great, George Washington, and the guy who created
I
Ren
don't
and
even like
Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy.
I was gonna ask you.
I would roast him with George Washington and Alexander the Great and see what he has to say. You know what I mean?
Where did Ren and Stimpy come from?
I was just thinking of a polar opposite that that would add to the combo. So it would be worthwhile. I feel like who wants to have a stale ass conversation? Oh, so you ruled like all of Europe for a while, huh? That's cool. And you first president? That's nice. You made the weirdest cartoon I think ever. They don't even know what cartoons are, dude. Do you want to explain that to them?
How do you explain a cartoon to someone from like
right?
you can't say animated, like a drawn, like do they have movies back then? No, like a
book?
We drew, yeah, it was like a vision,
Like a book. Oh yeah, what was it about? Oh, it's about 2 rats. Or wait, no, it's about a rat and a. I'm not sure what Stimpy was.
I don't know what any of them were, really.
I think one was Chihuahua.
A Chihuahua and a
they
pig
wouldn't know
or
what that
something?
was. They wouldn't know what a Chihuahua was. It a pig?
A dog and a pig? You would say a wolf and a boar.
Oh yeah, wolf and a boar? No way. Yeah.
Well, all dogs are descendants of wolves, supposedly.
Did they even have little dogs like that back then?
I don't
even
know.
Be like, no, it was like a wolf, but it was this big, right?
A small wolf.
Right, and they animated his butt real good so that you always saw he had cheeks, okay? His eyes bulged out of his head.
Oh my god, dude. That's an interesting dinner, dude.
Yeah.
That's an interesting dinner.
I don't know what we'd eat either. You know what I mean? Everybody's like, George Washington's got them wooden ass teeth. Ren and Stimpy, that guy probably eats just like the worst Taco Bell meal you can think of.
What's wrong with Taco Bell, bro?
I guess nothing. But then,
We just had a whole conversation about Taco Bell before the show started.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like a chalupa.
Have you ever had their potatoes at Taco Bell? The potato tacos?
No.
Yeah, see? That's what I'm saying, dude. No one has, dude. You gotta check out the potato tacos, Taco Bell. Listen, I'm not sponsored, but shout out to Taco Bell making it happen, dude. Listen, you answered this. I've asked you this question. I want to know if it's the same answer, dude. Because the last answer you gave me, I still remember, and I'm like, damn, that's kind of clever. But if you could have any superhero power,
Infinity fingers.
Yes, same
for
answer.
The win, dog.
Same
Yeah,
answer.
No question. It's fingers that shoot out that I can cut off and regenerate. First of all, and they go light speed. First of all, I can beat anybody with this power, and I know for a fact that I could. I've thought about it for a long time, about the strength of this power, right? You open your mouth, bang, fingers in your mouth, you're dead. But you go to try to kill me, I'm fingered away. I was shot around the earth, and I'm behind you. Suddenly, I wrapped you up in fingers like an anaconda. You're dead. You're dead. I could save anybody. I could save world hunger. I could feed you fingers. I could just shoot them in Africa. Bang, cut off. Shoot them out to Asia. Bang. That's problem solved, right? I can clear the atmosphere with my fingers like helicopters.
isn't that cannibalism though? If you're feeding people fingers?
It doesn't matter if they're eating. Think about it. Can we just let that one slide for a minute and feed some people? You ever heard of chicken fingers?
They're not
finger sandwiches. Come on, just let it go.
Regenerative fingers, they just multiply infinitely.
Yep, I cut them off and I get my fingernails back, right? Because I bite my fingernails too. So, you know, if I could just shoot my fingers out and then I'd have regular fingernails, it would solve the whole biting them thing. Because I'm not obviously like.
So you have fresh nails every time you shoot the fingers out.
Right, and eventually it would stop me from biting my nails too. Like, the possibilities are endless.
Yo, endless fingers, dude. He just no one will beat you ever. What if they chop your arms off?
What do you mean chop my arms off? The fingers come out of my. Then I'm just like an octopus. I'm a human octopus with fingers, and I make arms out of fingers. Obviously, think about it, right? They just wrap around and I'm back, baby.
And these fingers move after they leave your body, like you can control them. Like,
no,
or
silly.
They're just solid. You just shoot them out like straight fingers, bam, and then like after they hit or they done, they just turn into whatever.
Yeah, full control of the fingers at light speed, you know. So like I could shoot
light
one
speed
finger.
Is fast.
Yeah, I know. So I could like shoot one through somebody's window. I could shoot one up a tree, save a cat. I could like get the groceries. You know, I could solve all my tasks in a single moment. Like,
can you travel
like
if you
Flash?
shoot
Yes.
like the fingers out into like the earth? You go.
Yeah, I could put a spacesuit on and shoot myself to Mars with my fingers. Yeah, 100%. Have to be like a helmet.
I remember you told me this years ago, and it's still the same answer, and you're sticking with it, dude.
Hell yeah, I'm sticking with that one. Until somebody comes at me and says, this will definitively beat your light speed fingers that regenerate. Which honestly, like, nobody's come at me with anything that could even, like, what are you gonna do against my light speed fingers? Just seriously, just think about it.
What do you have, like light speed flames? And you just like burn everything that comes at you.
Flames don't burn in space. I'm out in space, baby. Bang. Swoosh.
All right, what about?
I made a space helmet out of my fingers with oxygen from Earth. And it's airtight, and I'm out of there. Schwap.
What the fuck? Fingers don't hurt. Yeah, they might if they come at you like
Fingers,
bullets.
But yeah, if I'm wrapping them around you at light speed,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to hurt. I suffocated you. I shot them down all your holes. All your holes. All your holes. I got 10 fingers. You don't got that many holes, baby. You're done.
What's your favorite weed?
My favorite weed.
Like, do you have a favorite, like a go-to strain? Yeah, I'm gonna roll up with you
I
too.
don't.
You rolling up right now?
I don't. Honestly, I think that the favorite strain, epidemic. You know, if you've tried a lot of weed, you might know. Oh, no. You have this one. I have this one.
I have more packs. Don't worry.
There's a lot of different strains out there. Thousands, tens of thousands. You can't possibly smoke them all. You travel to a different place, they got different weed. They've been growing it for years. Some old guy in his garage with a light he stole from outside. You know those lights, the street lights? He stole it a long time ago. And he's been growing one thing. One thing. Maybe it's called Duke's a Hazard. And you've never heard of it. And it might blow your fucking mind. And I can't deny Duke's a Hazard.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, that there might be strains out there that you haven't tried yet that are amazing, but what's like like we went into Apothecary 420, right? And the first thing you said is OGs. Where are the OGs?
I do enjoy an OG when I'm in California in particular, right? Because California, birthplace of the OG.
Some say Florida, but I feel like
You know, California fostered the OG movement. Larry OG.
Tahoe, 818,
Yeah,
SFE.
like, Oregon Kid bred a lot of OG. He's not from fucking California, but you guys made it the thing. And honestly, like, it's got one of the most unique smells on earth. It's not one of those things that you can be like, it's like blueberries. Which, you know, I appreciate. I want to try something new and different. And that's why I'm saying the favorite strain thing, bro, if you've ever had like some crazy shit, like the original pre-90 the pre-95 Super Silver Haze. It was like the first one that they did that won all the cups. What is this one?
See, I can answer that question. I smoked a lot of weed and I know what I like. So like when someone asks me my favorite, I have like a 3. I have like a 3-tier thing. You know, I need the OGs because I need the gas.
Yep. Crown OG. That'd be my OG.
I love hazes. I love like a Super Silver Haze or like any type of haze.
Yep, I hear
And
that.
then I love a Kush, like a Bubba Kush, a Master Kush, like that earthy, you know. So
I'm a big fan of some Bubbas.
So it's like I need like that classic earthy sweet Kush taste. I need that super piney, refreshing, you know, haze. and then I need like that gas, just that, you know, OG's always gonna be number one for me. So
Let me just list off like a bunch of really good ones that I know of that if I see them around, I'm snatching them up. Chem 4, Chem 91, Chem D, Sour Diesel, like any of the Sour Diesel cuts that are real. Like I don't like the East
I love
Coast
sours, bro. I'm a sour fan.
Yeah, baby. The Albany Sour Diesel or the Sonoma cut or AJ Sour Diesel or even the Rez Sour Diesel remixes. I don't like no Sour Diesel IBL bullshit. It doesn't breed that way. It's not for that. It's not made for that. Just do the clone.
When he says IBL, he means inbred, right?
That's inbred line. That's when you breed something, you're trying to make it, you know, like it was in clone, but sometimes it doesn't pan out. Sour Diesel is recessive. It's got a lot of recessive genes, and it takes a long time to breed that into a seed line so that you can pop it and actually get it. But back on track, that pre-98 Bubba Kush, the original, hell yeah. Arcade Trainwreck, hell yeah. God's Gift, that one that I mentioned that I used to grow, insane. Blue Magoo, that's an Oregon thing, super fire.
Is that like a Blue Dream?
No. It's like original blueberry, but also with Williams Wonder, which isn't around a lot now.
Damn, I haven't heard that in like over a decade. That was when I was like bud tending. The Willy Wonder.
Some old school shit.
Oh my god, dude.
Don't get me wrong. I like some new wave shit. Hit me with some Zushi. I'm down. Fucking a lot of the new funk that isn't runs. No offense, runs. You know, I'm just running.
I'm kind of done with the dessert strings.
Yeah, you know, like biscotti and all of those.
Smell this.
I agree. I think there's a new wave coming.
See, I'm on the hunt right now for like sours and hazes and like super sweet. If you want to take a nug, but like, you know what I'm saying. So I'm out here. There's stuff out there now that people are trying to bring back. Smell that.
It's all about bringing back things, because you're missing out. This one reminds me of some Yabba Dabba Goo.
Yeah, Dabba Goo. Oh yeah.
Hawaiian Dutch or Dutch Treat. Those ones too. Like, you don't ever see those types of smells anymore for no reason. We're bottlenecking ourselves into a Neapolitan ice cream scenario where we just have chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. Don't you like sherbets? Don't you like gelatos? Like, I hate that I'm not. This is like ironic that I'm saying these, but I mean like frozen treats.
I mean, you know, there's time and place, but everyone is now just doing the motherfucking desserts, and I'm just tired of the sweet purples, dude.
Yes, we're headed down
I want green weed again.
Yep.
I want green weed again. What's your go-to munchie?
My go-to munchie.
Yeah, we go to the liquor store. We go to whatever. What are you getting?
Out of a store. They used to be called kazoozles, but now they're called sweet tart ropes, and they are fantastic. It's basically just sweet tarts mashed up inside of a gummy rope, and it'll blow your mind. It's really good.
That sounds crazy. I got sweet tarts here.
Now, if I'm super high at home, like 10 out of 10 in it, I'm reaching for a Pop-Tart.
Okay. With frosting?
No. Yeah, with frosting, but peanut butter on the back.
Which Pop-Tart are you using?
Strawberry normally.
Strawberry with peanut butter? Is it like a peanut butter jelly sandwich?
It's like a peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Okay.
Now,
do you make a sandwich or do you just like...
if I'm like 11 out of 10 in it, you know what I mean? Like I ate an edible and I'm just like deep in it, then I'm not only doubling up, but I'm using a strawberry and a wild berry as a sandwich with the peanut butter in the middle.
I love the creative munchies. I've never done a peanut butter with Pop-Tart.
Oh, it's worth it.
I will try it.
You got to toast them bitches. Don't just go in
raw.
No, you're 11 out of 10 in it.
Are you creamy peanut butter or chunky peanut butter?
Creamy for me, but I like a all natural creamy. I don't like that artificial creamy. Like, this is too creamy. You know what I mean? Like, where's the oils from these nuts?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. You want the nut juice still in it.
Yeah. It needs the nut juice.
Yeah.
Needs the nut juice.
I got you. Damn, that's a good one. I love creative munchies, dude. Honestly, I'm gonna try that one. You know, I'm all about creating things, dude. Have you ever had a kick key?
A Kit Key.
It's where you take a Kit Kat and put it inside a Twinkie.
Yes, I was thinking that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We be creating shit, dude. Hell yeah.
I saw one munchie. It was a pickle that had a hot dog in it, and it was made into a corn dog by deep frying it. That sounded amazing. I don't know why a pickle would add
A fried pickle?
No, but but a corn dog pickle.
So like a battered pickle.
It's like a pickle sleeve for a hot dog.
Yeah.
That's then battered.
Yeah. I think I
Yeah.
had that. It's good.
It does. It looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with it. Like, cucumbers are my favorite fruit. So, like, any way you can consume a cucumber, I'm with it. Pickled cucumbers?
Hell yeah.
Fire, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Fry that cucumber, I'm with it.
Why not?
I'm with it, dude. You do movies or TVs? What do you watch? Do you consume content?
Oh yeah.
Are you a content consumer?
I consume content rapidly.
What content?
I like all types of media.
What do you like watching right now?
Honestly, I like watching YouTube videos from different creators. I like seeing what other people are doing with their time, but I don't like watching ones with like 100,000 plus views.
Well, like, what is Tony Greenhands search on YouTube? What are you watching? Are you watching like cooking shows?
Hold on
Are
a
you
minute.
watching like adventure shows? Are you watching like people building tree houses? Are you watching like stoner like weed content creators, music content creators?
Right now, I
AI
got
art.
Neil Magnuson beating somebody in 5 moves, some different music. Which way would this spool roll? Oh, hold on.
You're looking.
You know what I mean? Like, which way would this spool roll?
Okay, when you pull it. Oh, so you're just watching just
You know.
random shit.
Not
you're
not
not
necessarily
watching, like-
random, but
So you're not watching like anything on like TV. You're watching like a lot of YouTube.
I consume all that content really rapidly, I feel like. So, like, I'll watch like new movies when they come out, things like that. But I fall back on YouTube because it's a constant flow of new things, you know? Like, you know, there's people like Mr. Beast who come out with like regular style shows or things at their own speed. Like Alan Pan, who is he's like a scientist. He does like he actually bought MythBusters out from under them because they let the trademark roll over.
Wow.
And so he has he does like MythBusters stuff that's funny. He made a walking suit for a snake, so snakes could walk. Check him out, he's good. People like Ryan Trahan, people like Hacksmith or the Locksmith Lawyer. Like, there's a lot of big creators out on YouTube. Like, it's a whole different world, and it's always nice to see what people want to see too. You know what I
Right,
mean? Like,
right.
what's relevant, what's not. Some people do stuff no one cares about. That's
Right.
awesome.
Yeah, just do what you like.
Exactly. That's what you should do too. Like, those people, like, who the fuck is making legs for snakes? Who's doing that? Who's doing that?
God did that, but then he cut him off because he told Eve to eat the apple, and Eve told Adam to eat the apple, and then they all got punished.
Yo, shout out to Michael Reeves for making the robot dog pee. He made it pee beer.
Wait, what? Yeah, wait, what?
You know that robot dog?
Yeah.
I forget who made it. Boston Dynamics?
Yeah.
He bought one so that it would pee beer on command into cups for him. And he programmed it all and did everything, and it works. Check it out. It's actually hilarious. And then he brought it to Boston Dynamics too, but
So
like,
he was drinking
they wanted nothing to do with
robotic
it.
dog pee.
Yeah, you know, but he's just doing stuff like that. He barely posts, but when he does, it's worth it.
Tony, what's like an average day in the life for you, bro? You're so fucking like all
have
over the
those.
place. What
have
is
those,
it?
dog.
Like what do you do? Like, I know you came and you had to catch a flight to get here, but like, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing all day? You growing? You fucking what's the day in the life of Tony?
I don't have those. I have a string of events, you know, and it's still stringing. If I go in reverse, before I came here, I took a flight from New York. I stayed there for 3 weeks. I ran around the entire city of New York, just meeting everybody in New York that smokes weed that I could meet.
Okay.
And start trying to just, you know, feel out the emerging market that is New York and how they feel about it. Which, by the way, guys, New York is in the Stone Age. I don't know if you guys can understand me. I'll say it in New York talk. Ooga booga booga, ooga booga. You guys are straight up inventing fire over there with weed. Like, you are back, way back in the, like, buying, like, straight up fucking lids. You know what a lid is?
Listen. I've seen some great weed on the East Coast.
I have too.
I've seen
in New York
the
City.
East Coast is coming up. You know, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Maine, New York. You know, there's some good weed out there, but there's also a lot of people that don't know what good weed is, and they're just smoking whatever they can get.
If you had time and you could travel up north, right to the border of New York, you'd find some of the worst weed I've ever seen. And you'd also see dispensaries next to dispensaries, which was a funny. I went to a place on a reservation that had 3 dispensaries side by side. Who does that? Owned by different people.
I mean, that happens. It's just like that out here too.
That's like the equivalent to like a Starbucks next to a Starbucks next to a Starbucks, which has happened.
There's a couple of dispensaries that are like on the same block or within the same radius and shit, like shopping centers across the street from each other. It happens. But that's just what it's come to. But New York, what was crazy about New York when I went there is there's people just on the street with like 6-foot tables. You know how they sell shit? Like they have whatever, jewelry, watches, wallets, jackets, hats. Like people just street vendors. They have motherfucking tables with like weed on there.
Yeah. They'll just bust out. You know what's funny about New York City? You'll walk down the street and you'll go to Cookies Lounge and they don't sell any weed. Cookies Lounge is, got clothes and CBD and stuff. But you go outside of Cookies Lounge and the deli next door sells weed. The CBD shop across the street sells weed. Damn, there's sometimes people on blankets out front selling weed. And it makes no sense how the city's organized this way right now. Like, except for they just couldn't give the licenses out to those big people, basically. So, like, Cookies is just operating a clothing store. And everybody else is selling cookie bags they bought off of Amazon right outside.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, what's happening now is a lot of people are getting sprayed weed with distillate and terps. And like now they're getting like last year's outdoors or like old material, spraying it with distillate to have it get you high. And then they spray it with these like terps that we were talking about, terpenes for smell and flavor, and people are just buying it because it smells good, and they just don't realize that they're getting high probably off chemicals and not the weed.
Yep, and the same thing's happening with like BHO and other products. They just add different terps to them, and it's up to people like us to educate people when we see them. One guy in New York, he showed me some THCV extract. And he was very adamant that it was like extracted from plants, THCV, but it's so hard that I had to like Google it to see what was up, and it's just some Delta 8 synthetics, and it's really difficult for people to like know what they're consuming. People are liars. Yeah. I hand Adam a train wreck. Adam might hand the train wreck off to somebody. The train wreck becomes lemon.
I'd actually smoke the train wreck.
Yeah.
Oh, but you talk about renaming, rebranding, all that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, all the strains aren't really what they are now. People are crossbreeding so much. It's just, you did a lot of burgers. What was your line? You did a lot of...
So those are triple burger crosses.
Yeah.
Triple burger is a GMO back cross. And I was just making those to add a little bit to GMO, because GMO might flower a little long. GMO might not be like the biggest, nicest nugs at the end of the day.
GMO is not my favorite at all. It's like, smells like sweaty feet. It's like BO, and it's not my favorite. I'm not into those terps. And, people will smell like a haze and be like, ew, this is gross. But then they'll like get an ounce of GMO, and I'm like, you're gross, dude. You like fucking funky feet.
I like those funky flavors that I'm not getting elsewhere. That's why, like GMO, which originally came from Mako seeds, scarlet cookies, Jamaica. It's just a cut of Mako seeds. So it was unique in itself. And then people started breeding it, like Skunk Master Flex. He's who made the triple burgers, like the actual like burger line, like Donnie Burger.
Yeah, which is used a lot right now.
Yeah. Shout out to Skunk Master Flex. He also did the Larry OG in seed form. Hard to do a OG in seed form, dog.
Yeah.
But
Cali Connection did that.
Yeah. With what was it? 808.
They had the 818 OG. They had the Larry and the Tahoe, the Blackwater, Deadhead.
I didn't like the Blackwater.
They had
But
the Chem Valley, the
Deadhead
Chem
was
4.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a lot of seeds. The Bubba. Hell yeah, dude. Weed. What's your least favorite weed?
My least favorite weed is weed grown by somebody who doesn't smoke weed.
Oh. It's a lot of that right now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that right now.
Sure is.
Are you competitive?
Yes.
Yeah.
It depends, I guess. If I want to be competitive, I'm competitive. You know what I mean? If I care.
Yeah.
Then yes.
You know I'm a Connect 4 world champ, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've never seen you lose.
Yeah. When was the last time you played Connect 4?
Against you? Did I play against you that day?
When?
When we did the 420 thing.
Oh, I was going to thanks for reminding me, dude, because I was going to bring that up and I forgot about that question because we started talking about something else and I got upset at myself because I forgot. We actually did some creative shit and broke like a Guinness World Record, but Guinness World Record doesn't recognize it because weed is still illegal. But do you remember what we did on the set?
Yeah, we blew the farthest smoke ring.
Yeah, the biggest smoke ring, the biggest and farthest smoke ring.
Yeah,
Well, we also did like what's in the box, and you were fucking. Look, if you haven't seen this, go to adamill.com. I have a section on adamill.com called Things I've Done. I did a 420 special. Check out where Tony came on. I did a segment called What's in the Box. And it was you, Dr. Dino Laganja Stranja. And you had to put your hand without looking what's in the box and figure out what it is. This fool put his hand in the box within 3 seconds. He's like, lobster. Like, you knew right away, bro. I'm like, this fool should be a fucking zookeeper, dude. Like, you knew immediately. Not a crab. Not like a whatever, just straight lobster. How many lobsters have you touched in your life?
Enough of them, I guess.
And then after that, we did the world record, the biggest O-rings. We had this like this air gun that shot air, and we connected a pipe to it with the vacuum seal, so it would inhale it all. And then we would pull the smoke out and shoot it, and this big ass O would just shoot like 15 feet or 20 feet, and I would just shoot it right into people's mouths. Pause. But it was a great motherfucking moment, and I appreciate you joining me. Ken Tron was there too.
Hell yeah.
Do you remember that, Ken?
What happened?
That 420 live stream we did at the studio where it was like a 5-6 hour gig, and you were on the green screen and we had all the people come through.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
You don't remember
I
it.
do.
Yeah.
I remember going to that restaurant before I went.
Okay.
Kind of about Oxnard Street.
Yeah.
I remember
Over
that.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did a lot of crazy stunts, dude.
Dang, how time flies, man. It just keeps slipping away.
It keeps slipping. How are you with the conspiracy theories?
I'm pretty good with them.
Yeah?
I mean,
What do you feel about those aliens in the backyard in Vegas?
You know, I saw all the videos too. I went through and I looked at the Reddits to see, because, you know, bullshit, you didn't take a video of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
You called up. And there was a lot of like weird videos that went along with that. CGI has gone a long way right now. ChatGPT and Dolly, and it's, you know, who knows what's gonna happen. Like we could be getting deep faked, but also, man, come on, just come on, like body cam footage and cops. You know, they see it coming from the air and shit. And the Pentagon recently said that there is aliens. They were like, there's a mothership. They think there's a mothership and it's like, what do you think is a fucking mothership? You don't even know how many moons are around Saturn, you idiots. And you think there's a mothership in it's just like, this is so wild. But like, they just want to spoon feed anything to you. It's propaganda that they want you to focus on, so you don't focus on the fact that you actually can't afford to live. You just can't afford to live. Did you know that? Do the math. Do the math. You literally can't afford to live. So they're gonna keep lying to you about things like, you know, Project Bluebeam and
What's Project Bluebeam?
Yeah, see, I just didn't even want to like say another. That's like the.
It's fine. We don't have to get into it.
No. Project Bluebeam is like fake alien stuff that the government is making you absorb, so that you think an alien invasion's coming, because they want you to feel comfortable with aliens, so that when it comes, blah 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 blah. It's all, you know, it's all the way over.
I've been saying this for years. I feel like the media, like movies and TV shows and like everything entertaining to us, is how they feed us stuff and prepare us for what's to come. Like they show us all this crazy technology in movies, and then within a couple years we have that technology and don't think anything of it. Like with these fucking phones, you know what I'm saying? Cameras in front of us, like you know, there's all these crazy things that they show in movies now, but they're slowly coming, because if you can imagine it, it has to be real. We say this over and over again. How can we conceptualize something if we can't actually create it? You know, if you manifest it, it becomes real. So I feel like, yeah, you know, vampires, werewolves, other species. I mean, we don't even know what's in our ocean.
We don't even know how old the human race is. There are cities underwater. There are human cities underwater. We don't know how old the human race is. You know what happens when the human race kills off people and we progress through history? We erase history. We're famous for that. Look it up. The winners are in the history books because they won. They killed the losers, and they took all the history with them. So you don't know how old we are. You don't know what we knew. You don't know who made what happen.
Yeah. The only reason why we know about 300 is because King Leonidas sent his homie back to be like, look, we're not going to win this, but I don't want our story to lose. Go tell him you're the best storyteller. Tell him about our motherfucking story and who we are. And look, we are.
I'd ask Alexander the Great, where's the library? Where's the library? It's lost. It has all the info that you collected, you piece of shit, and it's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone.
I mean, a lot of the history's in the Vatican.
Well, I mean, there's history scattered everywhere, but like he had like a library of all the information from everything, maps, all the shit,
all the cultures he took over, dude.
Everything, exactly. And now it's gone. It's just gone.
God, bye.
We don't know. Whatever.
That was just whatever we heard, whatever we want to make up.
And think about this, okay? Here's just a little food for thought. Written history, right? We write in books and all that. Now we're on computers, and we write in computers. Books go away, and we die out, and there's no more books. Now all that information's gone, right?
Right.
So,
and
start writing on some stone tablets. Is all I'm saying.
And who's to say that like 100 years from now, people go back in history and find random books, and they think that's like the literature of life, and that's how people lived, and they read these books, and they're like, yo, this is crazy. Right. Can you believe this is what they live? We should live by these rules.
We don't even understand the concept of fiction and nonfiction. Like, we look back in history, and we're just like, dragons were real, you know? And like, who knows at this point, too?
They were real. They're saying dragons weren't real, but I believe they were real.
Listen, I could go on both sides. Dragons could fly out to sea like seagulls and die, and that's why there's no bones.
No, I think what happened is like dragon slayers were like, you know, idolized, and those were who like the heroes and people really respected at that time. So what happened is they went out and slayed all the dragons and made them extinct, and then
I think that humans existed with dinosaurs for a small period of time, and we also knew how to write and do things then, and those stories lasted a long time, because dragons are all over the world.
Yeah, they're in every culture. Everybody represents them. So.
Yeah, and dragons, obviously, like dinosaurs, look at those skeletons. Just come on. Do we got to, you know what I mean? Like, couldn't we just assume a couple?
They were dragons.
Like, think about it. Like, just think about dinosaurs. Obviously, were pretty good at living, right? A couple of them probably made it for a while, right?
I mean, we still have dinosaurs living with us.
What would kill them other than us? Yeah. And obviously, like meteors or whatever.
Natural
but like,
disasters.
Yeah, a couple of them probably made it, and then those ones were the dragons.
Aren't like alligators dinosaurs, and aren't like lizards or iguanas and birds and like some of these?
Yeah, so some of them made it, clearly, right? So why wouldn't the big ones make it? And obviously, we're gonna kill the big ones. They're scary. You know, like you wouldn't want that thing busting into your house at night. So we're gonna hunt them down to try to just like have homes. And so that's how civilization probably got started. And then obviously though, our cities sunk somehow. Yeah. And all that information got washed away. And now we think possibly we're only like a couple thousand years old, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. You know, like 10,000 years old. Think about time. Yeah. Think about time. There's no way.
Yeah, there's certain cultures that, you know, say they've existed longer than other cultures have. Yes. So, you know, you don't know what's really happening. And, you know, we're just here now in the present. And
exactly.
If you could travel to any time period, what era would it be?
It would be probably, wow, that's a hard question. I wouldn't want to travel too far back in time because there wouldn't be people, and I'd be lonely and probably die from some weird disease that didn't exist. If I went back in time, like maybe 25 years, long enough to know who's won all the sports, you know, like like how the stocks, you know, like
So
how
you
stocks
want to
have
go
gone.
back in time, like Renaissance era or like medieval?
Nah.
You want to go back in time early
I'd go
enough
back
to
to
know?
1969, probably. Hit
Okay.
Woodstock. And then ride out, like, you know,
And
like
then
invest in Apple, like in Amazon.
Coca-Cola.
We just be like, hell yeah.
Google.
The Yankees are going to win.
Yeah.
I know that for a fact. So every year I'm just putting all my fucking Apple money on the Yankees
Yeah.
like a degenerate.
Okay, so you go back and just like have a better fucking financial life.
Well, I mean, like, just think about it. Like, you go back too far, you're speaking, like, kind of the wrong language, too. You know what I mean? Go back to, like, the 1900s. And am I in place? Do I time travel and move? You know what I mean? Because if I do, then I could go anywhere in the universe. Like, that's a tough question.
So would you go back to? You would go in the past, not the future.
Yeah, though, the future is full of terrible shit.
Would you rather?
good.
Are you rather space or ocean?
Space.
Yeah.
I mean, the ocean has too much shit going on. Just point blank. It crushes you the deeper you go. There's like scary shit coming up from underneath.
Shit, we
Scary
don't even
shit
know.
coming-
We only know about 2% of the ocean.
Yeah, no, really. Like, we don't know anything about. Oh, did you see the sub that got lost?
Which one?
Oh,
recently?
It's gonna be a Netflix movie. I'm calling it.
Is it recently?
Yes, recently. A submarine that explores the Titanic has gone lost. They lost communications with it like 24 hours ago.
And it's missing.
It's missing, and it's full of like rich people, millionaires and billionaires.
That just wanted to go look at it.
That just wanted to go look at the Titanic and ironically sunk with the Titanic. And they're trying to find them right now. They have 96 hours to find them before they die, according to how much oxygen is in the sub.
And food.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know if there's water in there, but there's only so much oxygen, so...
And the bathroom situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Honestly, think about this. Day one, sub full of billionaires, it's all finger sandwiches and, like, pinkies up.
Yes.
But day three, they're shitting in their own hat.
Oh my god, that is crazy. It's a fully experimental submarine.
No, but it was a very expensive submarine that was controlled by a $30 Logitech controller. I swear to God, the article has me dying, and like that's why I know it's gonna be on Netflix for sure.
It's just
Somebody's gonna
technology.
capitalize on that right now.
Let's go, dude. Because you do a lot of things, dude. Did we talk about the movie?
No.
All right, let's talk about it. While we talk about it, I want to get the Connect 4 set up so we can play a little game of Connect 4. I know we briefly brought it up.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
did this happen, dude? You got an actual movie role with Joaquin Phoenix?
I got hit up on Facebook by a casting director who wanted me to play in a movie, and I looked up their name and then I messaged them and I said, you know what? I thought this was a joke, and it wasn't very funny. And then now I see that you guys are legit, and it's way funnier. Because they hit me up on Facebook. And they're like, well, yeah, like...
Damn, Facebook?
yeah.
Like messages?
Yep, Facebook
Damn,
messages.
I don't even check those.
I know. I know.
I don't even check those.
I know. But yeah, they had me audition. It was for a Gus Van Sant film. He did Good Will Hunting.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and they loved it. They were like, "Oh shit, you want to be the guy?" And I'm like, "Sure."
What was the guy?
I caretaked Joaquin Phoenix. So
You're known for joint rolling, but they wanted to book you as a caretaker.
now this was offensive to me too, because they were like, "You just seem so much like the guy. Like it's like you did a great job. Like we could just see you being the guy." In the book that this is based off of, this guy like hunts down possums and shit, but kills them.
That
He
is
like
you.
catches them and kills them with his bare hands, and like
And eats them or just
no,
does it?
Yeah, he's just like a.
I mean, you do catch animals randomly,
I
bro.
know, but like it's like if I was like on crack or something in
I
that
think
book.
characters in movies embellish personalities to make it more interesting and engaging. So, they're like, this fool actually catches groundhogs and pigeons. He's perfect. He might not kill him, but it'll make for a better character.
Yeah, but I don't know if they knew that about me or anything either, because they just kind of like profiled me. You know, they were like, this guy would look good in a '70s jacket. So I basically caretake Joaquin Phoenix. He's in a wheelchair the whole movie, and I like wheel him around and like take him to his meetings and stuff and feed him and bathe him. I had to wash Joaquin Phoenix naked ass.
You really did it.
Seriously.
Like this was real. Like
For real.
it wasn't acting. This is like
No.
we were doing.
He was
Butt naked. And
not butt naked. Well, I mean, his butt was naked, but he was wearing a cock sock.
to cover his dick.
Yep,
And
yep.
you actually like wet wiped his butthole.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, what happened was I had a brush, okay? And I was like a brush that you would never brush. Like, you'd wash a horse with this thing. Like, I don't know what they were thinking giving me this thing. And so I'm like brushing him down and shit, and then giving him like a swig of whiskey in this like sling, you know. And during that shot, I dropped his ankle and it hit the faucet. And he didn't even wince. He just took that like.
Because he's paralyzed.
Yeah, but he just took it, and I was just like, man, all right.
Kept rolling.
Damn.
Yeah. That's crazy. You want to go first? You want me to go first? Love it. So, how long was that shoot?
That shoot was a month long.
A month?
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting.
Yeah, I got to work with Udo Kier and Jonah Hill, and oh man, I'm forgetting Joaquin Phoenix's wife's name right now. Oh man, she was in the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. She was cool. And the girl from Portlandia.
Uh-huh.
You know her, Carrie Brownstein.
Oh, thank you, dude. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not good with that. We were playing a tense game. He is going very fast and making me nervous. So let me catch my breath real quick and see what the fuck's going on here. I'm gonna have to go right here. Right? No, let me go here. This will be smarter for me, right? I think so. Alright, let's go right there. And then he's gonna go right there, and then that makes me win right here.
Yeah.
Hell
I
yeah.
messed up.
Hell yeah. Why? Where did you want to go?
I wanted to go right there. But it's okay. No. I'm a fair loser. I lost right there. I was going too fast for my own good.
I had to catch my breath. I'm so high, dude. I'm so high. GG's, dude. GG's. Listen, you've done so much, bro. And you're still making it happen, and it's good to see you out here. What do you got going on, dude? What's going on right now? You said you're in New York. You got your genetics. You got a whole bunch of things happening.
Yeah. I got too much going on for my own good. I'm just, honestly, for the last like 2 years, I've been helping my dad. He's had cancer, and he has lung cancer right now.
Sorry to hear that.
He's been going through chemo for everything else, so he's cancer free on the other ends, but still has to go through chemo for the lung cancer. So I'm gonna like hang out with him for a minute, get that sorted. But I've been kind of just not doing what I normally do. So I'm out there doing what I normally do again. Just trying to get it in while I can before my dad's last round of chemo. And then I'm going to go back, while he sorts that out for a little while. Hopefully everything goes good. And then
Yes. Prayer.
I'm going to try to, just go out and have fun again and do what I used to do. I used to be able to go out and give people a good time in a different way, and that was nice. And like honestly, like COVID made me like start doing like paperwork for people and stuff. Like it's like not like I had like a day job off of like LinkedIn or something, but like like doing like production and like just other different stuff that's not art. And like honestly, no one wants to share a giant joint during COVID either.
No. Well, we stopped passing a long time ago.
Yeah. So
your giant joints turned into like custom art piece joints, so where people would enjoy. They don't have to be 4-pound joints. They could be like,
No, I like doing a little one too. You don't have to get some crazy thing. You can just get something fun. And honestly, it's hard to get something from me now. I gotta want to do it. If you come at me with your logo, I swear to God. I swear to God.
There's other basic rollers that'll do a logo, dude.
Yeah, like anyone else. I literally, that half my DMs, I'm kicking to other people. I'm just like, nope.
Go hit up this person.
Yeah, this person will do it. This person will do
your
it.
basic logo.
Yeah, I just can't do that with my life anymore. It's not my thing. Like, I understand that you love your logo. Someone put a lot of effort into that, and I appreciate them. I don't want to burn it. But yeah, like, you want to come at me with like a Mr. T Peacock hybrid, a Mr. Teacock, I will roll the fuck out of that.
What the?
You know, like Abraham Lincoln made of wood, but as a joint. I'm all about it. Like, hell, hit me with that weird fucking challenge. I'm down.
Let me look. I know we could talk for hours, dude. I feel like we can keep this conversation going. I'm gonna run to the chat room real quick. I know we've been live. I know people have been talking. I'm gonna get into it. At Tony Greenhand is your IG handle, right?
Yes,
Tony
it is.
Greenhand. You have a website?
I do. It's greenhandshop.org.
Okay, he got all that. YouTube's, you got.
Yeah, I'm everywhere as Tony Greenhands.
Just Google Tony Greenhand.
yeah,
You'll find it.
Google me and I'm there.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, they're shouting out Brother Broadleaf. You've done an aircraft carrier?
Yeah.
What?
I actually did the Titanic too, ironically.
You did?
Yeah, on my show for Nikki Glazer. It was 5 pounds.
You
And
got
I broke in half.
Who were some of the guests on your show, dude? Nikki Glazer. I'm trying
Blake
to.
Anderson,
Rose.
Bella Thorne, Ron Funches, and Hannibal Burrs were the other 4.
Yeah, didn't you do something with like was it Rose McGowan or
I don't know who that is. Rose McGowan.
is that
Sounds like a golfer.
no? I don't remember, dude. I remember you did. I don't know, dude. You've interviewed
I
so
have
many
done
people.
a lot of stuff, so it's really hard to like even like remember everything. People will tell me like I've been at events and had like a time with them, and I'm like, damn, I must have smoked a big joint that event because I don't even remember your face right now.
Yeah,
But
there's
the vibe is always good.
there's I've been interviewing people since 2009. So like, there's people that's been on my show 10 years ago, and I wish I can remember them, but I don't remember doing so many interviews. To them they might have done like 1 or 2 interviews, so they remember that moment. But me doing 10 years of interviews, I wish I could remember every single moment. Like I don't remember the moment we had when I was on B-Roll TV with you. I remember you came by and we got high. I just don't remember what we really spoke about.
Yeah, I don't even.
And then you were on my other network at the studio and we did some other like production shit.
There was one studio you had that was ice cold, and it was fucking. And I will never forget this shit because it's at exhibits, and it was so fucking cold.
That's where you gave me this and we smoked this.
Yeah, I was freezing.
That's what I was talking about. That was that big production
Oh,
studio.
dude, I was freezing in that bitch. I was just like, oh, I'm so cold. And it was like summertime. I don't know why it was so cold.
Cause it's in the valley and it was hot and they had it blasting, dude.
Oh, yeah. I was not ready.
A lot of people in the chat love you, dude. They love your energy. They said they like you a lot. They love the topics. Everything's been good. Some people are commenting on the pickle sleeves. People were commenting on your fingers. They're saying fingers are weak.
Oh, fingers are weak. Tell me what you're gonna beat my fingers with, because before you tell me, they're down
In
your
your
throat.
throat.
You're dead, dog.
People are saying chickens were dinosaurs, dude. We got shout out to the raid, dude. Thank you, Vibe Stands, for the raid. Boom. What does Tony think about the sub they can't find looking for the Titanic? Did you?
That's right. Yeah, we talked about that.
Did you see that comment, or you just brought that up
I
organically?
just brought that up organically, dude.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, so they were talking about that. A fully experimental. They were talking about it in the chat, dude. A submarine with a video game controller to control the sub. Y'all are crazy, dude. Bam. So yeah, people were just joining along in the conversation. Thank you. Do we have any other questions for Tony? Boom. Was able to stare. Vi was giving us a story about on set with some people. Did you have any crazy demands on set? Like you couldn't hang out with certain actors, or certain actors couldn't. You don't look at this person in the eye.
Gus Van Sant ran the loosest. Granted, this was my first movie, but it can't all be like that. He didn't give a fuck about anything, and all the people on that set really didn't care about much. They were really cool, honestly. All of them. I talked to them, like on the side, but I was trying to be in character, and my character was like not into the I was like not their friend, So like I found myself in weird situations with them more than positive ones. But it all panned out because everybody was chill. Anytime I could, I'd toss whoever some weed, Like Kim Gordon from Sonic Youth was in the movie. She smokes. So I was like, hey. She left it there, though. And then the Teamsters came.
And took it.
No, they were mad because they thought that we were smoking in the trailer. But I just opened it up. I was like, no, I just have some dank. And they said, like literally, and they opened my bag and they're like, oh, shit. Yeah, no, he's good. He's got good
He's not
weed.
smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is on
hilarious.
a don't worry, he won't get far on foot. I don't think we said the
Yep,
title
yep,
on this podcast, but that's the title. Shout out to my on-site production team for helping me out.
Available on Amazon.
Yeah, it was in 2018, so before COVID, dude. Before COVID. He won't get far. Don't worry, he won't get far on foot, dude. Real movie, dude. Real movie star right here, dude.
I'm actually 5th in the credits.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's a good fucking placement, dude.
That felt better than being in the movie. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Look,
That's
in
crazy.
movies,
I'm like under Jack Black.
major publications, dude. Rolling Stone. You've been in epic major YouTube channels. You're just out here, dude. You had a passion for rolling. You grew up artistic and turned it into just creating art. And now you out here traveling the world, rolling joints and selling weed, creating strains.
You know, I'm going to do different things too. You can't do this forever. Somebody's going to come out of the woodwork and just do something better than me. Like they already have. Like Weavers. Weavers does a great job. Or Elga Weed. You've ever heard of them?
And Grasshopper and Roll BMC,
Yeah,
like
Roll
there's
exactly.
Roll BMC, yeah.
Yeah,
So
so it's
there's
like,
a lot of great rollers out
I
there.
don't have to sit here and do this forever. I could be a zookeeper.
Yeah. There's more to you, exactly, dude. This is just something you do, bro. You know? You could be a fucking lawyer.
I'm never gonna be
Just
a
go
lawyer.
catch wild animals, dude. Start a YouTube page where you just go
I
in the
know.
streets and just catch wild animals in the streets, dude. Oh, look, there's a groundhog. Let's catch it and be like an urban fucking Steve Irwin. Listen, Tony, we could talk all day. We try to keep these, not 4 hours podcast, dude. I think hours are good. We're a little over an hour, but look, I feel like I could talk for hours, dude. It's been an honor having you here. Thanks for coming all the way from the East Coast to
Always a
chill
pleasure,
on the
buddy.
show. At Tony Greenhands, check him out. Yo, Ken,
Yo,
it's been amazing having you on here, dude. Always.
indeed.
Just so you guys know, Ken's been playing, like, I know we've been doing the podcast for a little over an hour, but we were live streaming this. We do a little, like, BTS before the show, behind the scenes live stream. You could check it out on Twitch at Highest Host. But he was playing for, like, 2 solid hours before this and just vibing. So y'all could check that out as well. It's always a pleasure having you, Ken. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Indeed. It's easy to say that when I'm playing. can
No,
say
I
that
know.
when
You
I'm-
always struggle playing with, but before the show, you out here playing and singing like it's no problem.
It's just like trying to talk and
Play?
I
Okay.
gotta talk with the beat. Like, let me see. I gotta talk and beat so I don't mess up the groove. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Thank you.
Listen, Ken Tron, you're fucking amazing, bro. Tony, thank you again. Look, I still have this, bro, from 2000 and when you came to the Cold Studio.
We need to sign that thing.
We just smoked his head and his
You're never
arms, and
gonna
I was like, we're not gonna finish this shit. I'm never gonna relight this. It's just chilled in my humidor with like other like pieces that I've or other blunts that I have rolled. And this is like a forever, dude. This is like gonna be with me forever. I'm gonna be like, this is a Tony Greenhand. This is a Tony Greenhand special. And I've seen people use this blunt, this joint, or it's actually a blunt, in other like videos. Like when they feature you and talk about you, it's that picture with this. And I'm like, I smoked that, bitch. I have that, bitch. You're the best, dude.
You're the best, buddy.
You're the best, dude.
You're the best.
You are.
Not you.
What would you tell? What would you tell that little country Tony Greenhand chilling out in the country of Washington? Like there you are, the little zookeeper, lawyer, drug dealer, dude. What are you telling him?
Oh, I'd say you did a good job. Trust me, I'm you.
You did great, kid. Just don't worry. Yeah. That's great, dude. That's great. Listen, bro, it's been amazing. Thank you all for listening. If you're here, we appreciate y'all. It's the Highest Host, Adam Ill, right here on the Getting High with show, and we got high as fuck with Tony Greenhand. Rolling another one, dude. That's like 3 blunts for this man, dude.
Cheers.
Cheers, dude. Cheers. It's been great, and I can't wait to hang out and chill with you some more, dude.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We didn't even talk about the time we went shoe shopping.
Yo, bro, thank you, by the way, dude. You inspired me to get more shoes.
Yo, let me just say something real quick, dude. This fool was walking around with like farmer boots in like for a day or two, and I'm like, those shoes are so fucking heavy,
Those
dude.
are the only shoes I had for 2 years.
And
Because I came out of Hawaii, and I only had my luggage.
And this fool just had like boots. And I'm like, bro, you need to fucking get some shoes. And we just went.
I was going to a farm. I live on a farm out there.
No, you need something more comfortable, bro.
I got them now.
Yeah, is that the ones you got with me?
Yeah. Well, no. These ones.
Those are, you didn't get
like
those
kind of
with
like
me.
yours a little bit.
Yeah, but you didn't get those with you.
No.
I
got some
high
Pumas.
tops?
I got some
Yeah,
Pumas
yeah.
with you. I wanted some Jordans, but I got those. I got those
It's
now.
fine.
Yeah.
I'm
we're
glad
good.
you got shoes and you ain't walking around with boots. Listen,
Yes.
It's been great. Thank you guys all for hanging out with us. It's the highest host, Adam Hill. It's the Getting High with Show. It's been great. Shout out to the whole team here, dude. Adrian, Eric, Lucas. I appreciate all you guys. You're amazing. Everyone tuning in. Shout out to everyone on Twitch, everyone on YouTube, and of course, everyone listening on any podcast. All right. Till next time, dude. Get higher. We'll see you. Bye. What the hell? Bye. 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 Bye.